one joke changed the RuneScape economy forever. Years later, the effects of this joke still influence RuneScape's markets today, and it's all because of one item, monkey nuts. This is Critical, also known as Charlie or Penguin Zero. He has a lot of names, but you've probably heard at least one of them.
Okay.
With over 10 million subscribers and views that make my channel's views look like a flat line, he's one of the biggest creators online right now. At the very least, you've probably heard him say this.
What's he gonna do? Oh!
He's pulling his car out!
Oh shit!
Now,
Oh
Charlie
shit!
likes video games and has played hundreds of them for viewers. But one many of his fans don't know about is his love for RuneScape.
I genuinely thought that man was about to whip his donger out, you know? Did you guys also think it was gonna go in the same way, or did you guys think that he wasn't about to, you know, like, do that? I don't know. Kind of weird. He's playing Smash. Do you remember that one, like, I think it was like a Smash guy, right? Or who won? Threw a chair off of the stage in like his celebration, and it ended up like breaking like a light fixture. Do you remember? Pulling his what out? Pulling his what? You know out. Do you remember? It happened like last year. It was a big thing because like the guy was supposed to win like 10K in the tournament. But when he threw the chair down, right, it broke a light fixture that cost 10K. So I think the light fixture was like 12 or 15K. So he ended up having to pay out of his own pocket to replace it. Yeah, it wasn't like a bulb or anything. It was like one of those long strips. His monkey nuts? No, he's I have no idea. I have no idea. But yeah, it was like kind of insane. And he was like, I do it again, but people were like, please don't, because like that's insane behavior. Like you went to a tournament and lost money and won. How does anyone do that?
He played a lot as a kid, but had never checked out old school RuneScape. So, when he started playing old school in 2017 and streamed it live to his massive audience, he accidentally created the perfect storm for something unprecedented to happen. Charlie playing old school was pretty crazy news to the RuneScape community. Back in 2017, we were still pretty small. He was one of the most famous content creators to ever play the game, and his streams would surpass even RuneScape's most famous players in view count by a significant amount. While he was playing, some of Charlie's wealthier fans flooded him with items like gold and armor, sometimes both of them combined.
Damn.
While others took a different approach.
You know, if I play like WoW retail, I'm gonna beg the dual logs for gold. I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna annoyingly beg him for gold. Trust.
Rather than flood him with wealth, they flooded him with junk. Items with little to no use or value. But Charlie didn't care. He'd take just about anything you tried to give him.
I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring.
And he managed to collect a lot of garbage in his landfill, like 18,000 kebabs, 11,000 lantern lenses, and, of course, the occasional rope and chair. In his next stream, he recruited his friend Trevor to be his guide, as trying to play a game you haven't played in a decade with thousands of people spamming you is ever so slightly distracting. Just to get it out of the way, they do sound pretty alike, even if they don't think so.
Charlie, why are you talking to yourself?
Wait, can they not hear you?
Wait, can they not hear me?
I don't know. It's just because your voice sounds similar. I got memed hard.
See, I don't hear that. People say that, but I don't hear that, I guess.
I don't either.
But this is the stream where everything changed.
Okay.
A player named Park Smack traded Charlie 10 monkey nuts.
This man's trying to trade me monkey nuts.
Well, not much really changed
Monkey
at
nuts?
first. Monkey nuts were just another piece of junk to add to the bank. But everybody knows that's a hilarious name for an item.
Are those actually like monkey nuts, or are they just something called monkey nuts? How do you even get those? What the fuck is that? Ugh.
However, if we put on our amulets of British speak, it just means peanuts. Without knowing that beforehand, though, I honestly never guessed that they were just peanuts. On the ground, I guess you can sorta tell. Like, here's 2 shells, and I guess this is supposed to be the interior nut. Next stream, Monkey Nuts returned in full force. It started off with just a few players here and there trading Charlie nuts, but when he went to go check up on his collection, he said something that would open the floodgates.
Where's my monkey nuts at? I want to see what my total of monkey nuts is. Only 190 monkey nuts.
You're
Okay.
fucking slacking.
Yeah, that's a little disappointing. I thought I had a lot more monkey nuts. Thank you, 1,000 monkey nuts. Now someone understands the value of monkey nuts.
Over the next few hours, Charlie's nuts would grow in size from 190 to over 7,000. At this point, even Trevor was getting gifts from Charlie's fans.
Clanks fucking set me up with the king gear.
Did he? Let me see it.
I rule this city, Spider-Man.
Of
Nice.
course, anyone who dresses like a king is a king, as we all know from the Grand Exchange gambling bots. So this outfit would obviously give Trevor the authority to collect taxes from other players. So he started receiving even more gifts.
Also, you said 1,000 kebabs, Trevor.
Yeah, I've been given like 3,000 today, dude.
Really? You have 3,000 kebabs now?
I think I've got like 5k in the bank. I was leading a charge on Varrock earlier with my merry men.
Wait, was that you in the clan as King Daddy?
Yeah, that's me. I changed my name.
He's such a piece of shit.
Dude, I'm
King
embracing
Daddy
it,
is
come on.
crazy.
Soon after, Trevor also got into the monkey nut business.
Yeah, someone just gave me 1,000 monkey nuts, Charlie. I'm gonna take you out.
No, you'll never beat my monkey nuts.
Everyone give me monkey nuts. I need more.
Unconcerned with the threat of the loss of his kingdom, Charlie needed to get to 30 fire making and went to the Grand Exchange for his 15-minute grind. As you'd expect from the RuneScape community, players would light fires and plant flowers under his feet to make this grind 15 hours. At the same
What?
time, King Trevor was there collecting taxes. Charlie and Trevor would finally be in one place at the same time for a long period of time, and it just so happened to be the most popular area in the game. Hundreds of players rushed into the Grand Exchange and began trading them all sorts of junk items, but monkey nuts were of course the funniest.
I was just given 500 chairs, 250 ropes, 15,000 shrimps,
What about-
2,000 monkey nuts, and 6,000 kebabs.
2,000 monkey nuts?
2,000 monkey nuts, Charlie. I'm coming for your kingdom.
makes so
I'm
much.
up to 7k.
Guys, I'm just saying, monkey nuts, honestly, legit currency, am I right? How the fuck do you even get monkey nuts?
You're up to 7k monkey. Why are you?
7k.
How the fuck are you getting
What
these
the
monkey
heck?
nuts? How do you?
My boy 33 Wild Dad.
He's like the Ethereum to my Bitcoin of monkey nuts. I'm at 7191.
That's a crazy
I'm
thing
gonna
to say.
7283 monkey nuts.
I'm behind by like 500.
This is when things really started to go nuts, with Charlie and Trevor now officially competing against each other for the largest sack of nuts. The entire chat was bit with the monkey nut fever.
We doubled the price of monkey nuts in one day.
Wait, what? Really?
They went from 250 to 700 now, actually.
Jagex must be scratching their head. What the fuck is going on with the monkey nut prices?
When Charlie took a short break from fire making to take some trades, in less than a minute, he was gifted over 10,000 monkey nuts.
That's
But this was just the
crazy.
beginning. Now is a good time to explain what a monkey nut actually does. They were added to the game back in 2004, along with the Monkey Madness quest. After
Whoa.
completing the quest, you could purchase them from a food stall on Apatoll for 3 GP each. At the time, they didn't do anything except heal 4 hit points. However, when the farming skill was released a year later, they were given an additional function. They could be used to pay gardeners to protect spirit trees that you plant. However, you don't unlock spirit trees until level 83 farming, and there's limits to how many you can plant at a time. Despite
Damn.
only being worth 3 GP from a food stall, they rose to around 250 GP on the Grand Exchange, as they were
What?
such an obscure and annoying to get item. Unless you've completed Monkey Madness 2 to get access to the bank on Apatoll, there's no way to efficiently buy and bank them over and over. At best, you could do an inventory every few minutes instead of every 5 seconds. Looking at the Grand Exchange volume chart, only a few thousand of these were bought and sold every day, which
By the way, I just unlocked new trauma from RuneScape. Maybe I should not watch RuneScape stuff. I'm unlocking like a ton of like RuneScape trauma from my RuneScape ex. Never forget the time I took that man on a romantic holiday, okay, overseas, that I paid for. It was very romantic. And as soon as we get to the hotel, our boy sets up his laptop. My laptop, actually. He didn't own a laptop. That was my laptop that he borrowed for gaming. Sits down, sets it all up, and starts playing RuneScape. And it was like a nice like holiday too. Like the stuff, they even did like one of those like rose petal hearts with like the towel swans. And our boy sits down in the cuck chair, the cuck table, and sets up RuneScape. And I'm just there with my fucking swan, you know, just like, hey, it's just you and me now, Swan. You have terrible taste in men, I'm sorry. Okay, after that guy, I was like, okay, after dating RuneScape guy, I have changed, okay? My standards have gone up. Number one, if I date a man, he has to have a job. Number two, you know, we'll think about it later. We'll think about it later. Just a job. I don't know, man. Like, man, I don't know if I can raise I don't know if I can raise another man in my lifetime. I'm just saying. The bar is set in hell, and if anyone dips below that, that is insane. Yeah, we can't date men who don't have jobs now. I'm sorry. We're too old for that. He has to have a job. I love how you guys are telling me, brother, like, get higher standards, and I'm like, yeah, we're trying, really fucking trying, you know?
Which meant Charlie and Trevor were receiving the average daily volume of monkey nuts every few minutes.
I have in total 24,000 monkey nuts. What do you have?
I have 13,000, so
All
we're
right.
up to 37k. Assuming they're worth 700 gold, roughly, we have about 26 million gold worth of monkey nuts.
Oh
Over
my
the course
god.
of the next hour, Trevor and Charlie would receive thousands upon thousands of nuts, driving the price higher and higher as fans rushed to buy up as many as they could. Players in their stream chat even began trying to flip monkey nuts, with many of them making millions as they continued to rise. The supply of monkey nuts available was so low that they had climbed in price from 250 GP to 10,000. Combined, Charlie and Trevor
What
were
the
holding onto
fuck?
over 200 million GP worth of nuts. Both the old school and RS3 subreddit began getting flooded with posts about monkey nuts and why they were rising. Then, the unthinkable happened.
I have more monkey nut insider info. Rumor has it that late MAGA lord himself,
Okay.
Donald Trump, has begun investing in monkey nuts in order to help stabilize the U.S. economy.
How
When asked
old
for a
is
comment,
this?
Trump said, "Holy shit, I'm so fucking moist. Please rub my baby. Please just rub me hard."
Now that is something remarkable. I imagine
What?
Dan Bilzerian will follow suit. He could be investing in monkey nuts at any moment here. It's
Will
happening.
this affect the North Korean and South Korean tension?
I'll find out more tonight at 8.
But how long could this monkey nut mania last? Were things going too bananas? That was awful. Well, you know how the saying goes. The faster they rise, the harder they fall. Or something along those lines.
No.
About 2.5 hours since they started rising, Charlie attempted to purchase some nuts just to get an idea of what the value was sitting at.
According to Tatsumaki513, he is having difficulty selling his monkey nuts for a modest 12.10. This could be the end of the monkey nut economy.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
Let's do some mathematics here. Let's say I wanted to buy one monkey nut from the market. I'll do the experiment myself here, Trevor. But you take your 10,000 coins, and you're not even guaranteed a single monkey nut at that price. But let's say I want
crazy.
a monkey nut. I want a single monkey nut. It's still listed at 282 coins, but if you try and buy it 282, you're not getting anything. That's gonna sit there for days.
Not a chance.
All right, now if you you take your monkey nut from the GE, you put in 5,000 coins. Let's see if we can get a single monkey nut. I have bought a monkey nut and it cost me. Trevor, it's coming down. It only cost me 500 GP.
Oh.
The bubbles popped. Everyone sell.
It looks like it's over for monkey nuts, ladies and gentlemen.
You've heard it here.
It's game over for the monkey nuts.
Oh,
It had a-
seven.
What lasted?
It had a great run.
Despite what Charlie and Trevor said, this wouldn't be the end for monkey nuts.
07's in the chat, the monkey nut economy is crashing. Holy shit, this is the biggest stock market crash since like 2004? Hi besties, it's me, Miwa, and if you're enjoying today's video, please consider subscribing, okay? Like, please, 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 times a billion. I'm like really asking this of you now. That's what it was? I don't remember. Guys, it's time to pump and dump the monkey nuts. Let's go.
In fact, you can make a ton of money with them today, but we're not
Oh,
there
okay.
yet. 2 years after the monkey nuts economic disaster of 2017, Charlie uploaded a video called I Beat RuneScape, where he informed viewers his collection had grown from just 25,000 to a massive 1.2 million, which at the current market prices was 420 mil. A month later, he made another video announcing that he had teamed up with other collectors to form the Bed, Bath, and Nut, a collective dedicated to, well, I'm sure you already know. As a result,
That's
Charlie's
crazy.
collection had grown to 4.1 million nuts. It was so valuable, it was equivalent to the price of a twisted bow at nearly 1.3 billion GP.
I have trauma again. Every time I argued with RuneScape guy, he would be like, I will only forgive you if you buy me a twisted bow. And I think like, in terms of like IRL value, right, at that point in time when I was dating him, a twisted bow was like $800. And he would be like, yeah, I don't want your apology. If you really want to show me that you're sorry, you gotta buy me a twisted bow. Ew.
But what was the end goal of all this? It wasn't just to reach a max stack. Charlie wanted to go even further.
Now in the case of Monkey Nuts, if we do hit 2.1 billion, I won't be able to carry anymore, which is a sin. That's a crime against humanity. So what Jagex will be forced to do is create a new item that I imagine they'd call the Platinum Nut, Platinum Monkey Nut, whatever they choose to call it. So that way I can continue to collect Platinum Monkey Nuts and continue to grow the collection. It's a big goal, but I believe we can do it as long.
By the way, if I'm like trauma dumping on RuneScape X too much, let me know if you're sick of hearing about him. Let me know if you're sick of hearing about him. But yeah, he wanted me a real world trade for him. I can't see like too many R's. Shoot, that's hard. But yeah, let me know if I'm talking about him too much.
As long as you do your part and give me all of your monkey nuts.
9 months later, Charlie posted another video to say that the collection had over doubled to 10 million monkey nuts.
Yo, what the fuck?
I still needed answers. How big are Charlie's nuts now?
Oh.
What would happen if he sold them? Did he ever reach the platinum nut? I sat down with him to get the hard-hitting answers. So the first question probably on everyone's mind is, how many monkey nuts do you currently have?
I have just over 11 million.
Whoa.
Now, I was also curious how many Trevor had left and reached out, but it turns out he left the business a while ago.
I offloaded him to pay for 99 herb lore. I think it paid for like 96 to 99 through staminas.
It would only make sense that Trevor would exit when he did. Soon after, he won a Grammy for his song Sea Shanty 3. And of course, 3 Oscars for his performance in 5 Boys, 5 Bill, a series many of you longtime fans may remember. So I don't know if you remember saying this because, you know, it's been like 5 years. But is your end goal still getting the platinum nut?
Yeah, it still is. It'll probably take eons, but god damn it, I know we'll get there eventually. Yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna hit it. And it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be absolutely wild. That wasn't supposed to be a pun. I just used that word a lot.
So something else that would be nuts would be you selling your whole collection. But I found a Reddit comment while doing research for this video that said that Jagex had reached out to you and basically said, hey, if you dump all these nuts on the market, we're gonna ban you. Is that true?
No, they never said that. But the idea was market manipulation. If I sold all my monkey nuts at one time, like dumped it, then that would probably be considered a case of market manipulation. I think that's probably where that stemmed from, if I had to guess. They never reached out or anything, though. They haven't even acknowledged my monkey nuts, if you can believe that.
Really? That's actually just a shame.
It is, I know. It blows my mind. I don't even have a statue in the game or anything for it.
Wow, not even a statue?
Nope, nothing.
All right, well, we gotta get Jagex on that, like, ASAP.
Yeah, hopefully we can pull that change pretty soon.
So, you don't stream RuneScape as much as maybe other games. Do people still give you monkey nuts whenever you do?
Yep, every time I go on, I start taxing monkey nuts, of course.
So, before I continue the interview, earlier in the video, I said that monkey nuts had a lasting effect on the RuneScape economy. Well, it's rumored, as a result of all this, collecting monkey nuts was added to the RuneScape Wiki's money-making guide list, which has, over time, caused the average daily volume trading for them to shoot up dramatically, from 5 to 10k a day to over 35k. Now, you could just say, oh, there's more of a demand for monkey nuts because the player base has leveled up and also grown 50% since 2017. Which, you'd be right, but the volume traded has increased much, much more than 50%. People obviously are not just buying these things just to use them for spirit trees, and I hope nobody is using them for food. Plus, whenever Charlie goes live on Twitch playing RuneScape, this happens. This money-making method exists and thrives mainly because of one guy who occasionally plays RuneScape live. This is why it's changed RuneScape's market forever. There's truly nothing else like this happening in the game, and especially not for this long. I, of course, wanted to ask Charlie if he was aware just how much money this meme has made people.
I didn't know that. That's pretty awesome, though. I'm just glad to be helping out the community, really, of course. I did, however, this one's a little adjacent. I did, however, at one point have a collection of vodka. I had like 30k vodka, or like 50k vodka, and that was right before Fossil Island dropped, and you needed vodka for a quest requirement. But it was such a low traded item on the Grand Exchange that they were selling for $1 mil per vodka. On that day, if I hadn't missed it, I just didn't log in. If I didn't miss it, I could have been a fucking trillionaire just dumping my vodka.
Right? You'd be like Staker level, like,
Yep.
you could buy anything.
I know. I still regret that. I still think about that.
It keeps you awake at night.
Yep. There was so much money on the table for my vodka collection, and I didn't know. I didn't know.
Something you might not know about is the insane underground world of Infernal Cape selling. I interviewed one of the game's oldest sellers.
No, Infernal Capes were also crazy. Oh man. Okay, guys. Trauma. This is literally me facing my RuneScape trauma. Was this your idea? Honestly, yeah, it was. Cause I was like genuinely, cause like I do think that like RuneScape is a really fun game. It's just that all my RuneScape memories are tied to like one person who was terrible, and the voices in my head, they call to me. You know, you say he wanted you to pay someone to get him to Cape. Who the fuck is this guy? My ex was like a very lazy and annoying man. I don't remember if he bought his cape, but every time we argued, right, he would be like, send me money so I can buy RuneScape gold, and then I'll forgive you. And me, being an idiot who was deeply, deeply stupid and very much, no, you know, I don't want to break up over some dumb argument, send him the money. At this point, I forward roll towards red flags. I don't see the red flags, I just keep rolling. All I do is Dark Souls roll towards them. These men were as red as Melania, and I still kept trucking. Well, that's okay.